Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Promoter Frank Warren says that Anthony Joshua made a grave mistake in not fighting Wilder last year. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chat channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, Frank Warren, he actually wrote up some of his thoughts regarding Anthony Joshua via the Daily Star, link in the description. This is what he said. Anthony Joshua made a massive mistake when he turned down more than 60 million pounds for 2 fights with Deontay Wilder last year. Now the WBA, IBF, IBO, and WBO champion will be looking on enviously as he sits in Tyson Fury's slipstream. Talks are continuing for Tyson Fury to face WBC champion Deontay Wilder in a rematch later this year, while Joshua's promoter Eddie Hearns is busy making what I would call derisory offers to both men. Dillian Whyte is also turning his nose up at the money being put up in front of him for an April 13th fight at Wembley. So Joshua should be questioning the choices he or his team made in not getting a Deontay Wilder before Tyson Fury did. He was offered £38 million to face Deontay Wilder in America with £23 million guaranteed for the rematch. There were claims that he couldn't have signed the deal for different contractual reasons, but maybe he should be asking his promoter to match the figures he could have earned elsewhere then. This week we announced our return to the Royal Albert Hall with Nicola Adams will challenge for the WBO flyweight title against Musino. Heavyweight rising star Daniel Dubois is on the card, while Liam Williams makes the first defense of his British middleweight title against Joe Molander. It will be the first professional boxing at the historic venue since Billy Joe Saunders beat Tony Hill for the Commonwealth title in 2012. And you guys can read the rest of it. Is kind of more just like promotional stuff. But in Frank Warren's write-up, I agree with what he's saying. I think Anthony Joshua and team, they've definitely made a mistake here, because now Wilder is entangled in a saga which could, depending on how the fight ends in the rematch, could end up in a trilogy. And now Joshua is being looked at like, what are you trying to do? You said you had a date, Wembley, April 13th. And now you're talking about moving from the date. First, you were talking about giving it to Amir Khan versus Kell Brook, which we know not to be the case, because Amir Khan, being, kind of his own boss and doing what he wants, he decided to fight Terrence Crawford in the States. So clearly that can't be held for Amir Khan and Kell Brook. Kell Brook is kind of linked to maybe fight Jeff Horn or Jesse Vargas or somebody like that. So it leaves April 13th to be filled. Now, they keep raving and saying Joshua is a massive star and, the biggest star, but why would you move from the April 13th date? Why not fight Gerald Big Baby Miller in Wembley? And to me, I think it's because they realize it's not going to be a heavy seller in the UK, so they're trying to add a little bit more intrigue by having Joshua's first fight in America, and it happens to be the home state or the home base of Gerald Big Baby Miller in New York, so they're hoping that will drudge up some sales. But even that is a contradiction in itself, because like Frank Warren is saying, how did you get offered all this money up front and also back end money to fight in America? And Team Joshua said they didn't want to fight in America because Joshua's earned the right and reserved the right to do what other champions in the past from the UK didn't have to do, and that's, get the luxury of fighting at home. So it's a bad look. You're willing to fight all of a sudden now in America for less than $50 million and no rematch clause against a non-champion in Gerald Big Baby Miller, but you turn down $50 million plus back-end pay-per-view money for a fight that everyone was craving and asking for. Doesn't make sense to me. I agree with Frank Warren 100%. Wilder Fury is a great fight. And meanwhile, Joshua is going to be on the sideline thinking about decisions him or his team or both of them have made as a collective, like not letting Wilder get in the ring, yet you got in the ring with Dillian White after he knocked out Chisora in the rematch. Or decisions like, I'm not going to Wilder Fury. Now all of a sudden you're aggressively trying to call out the guys you didn't even want to go to their fight. You know, all these things, to me, it's not a good look, because it seems like Joshua is now clout chasing and desperate and having to do these things because of the publicity he's received recently and the backlash, because their plan has backfired. So I agree 1000% with Frank Warren. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with him? And where's Joshua go from here? How much do you want to see a fight with Gerald Big Baby Miller? You know, it's just a bad look. The front runner, if it wasn't going to be Wilder or Fury, they said was Dillian White, and now he's upset about the money he's being offered and shopping maybe other promotional outlets to host his future fights because he knows his worth, and he says he got offered less money than he made for Chisora rematch, which makes no sense, especially if you're trying to sell out Wembley and do 100,000. How is that fair for Dillian White, who's bounced back since his AJ loss, fought on pay-per-view multiple times since, you know, and had some good performances in 2018. How does Gerald Big Baby Miller, you know, how do you justify him getting the fight over Dillian White, who was the long-standing rumor? It just looks like Joshua doesn't want to fight dangerous punchers or guys that might be able to hurt him or possibly derail, like proven guys, you know, Tyson Fury, Wilder, Luis Ortiz, and Dillian White. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with Frank Warren? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.